Yeah, the idea is to make one in front of that to see if everyone in there can use this as an educational video and actually potentially work.
It's a good idea, Dan.
Double-sided Velcro. You know how to make these anyway, do you?
Yeah,
Yes.
Well, I don't.
Yes and no.
Yes and no. I haven't. I've seen you do it before.
Yeah.
I've seen you do it before.
So double-sided Velcro, and then usually what I do actually as well is cut up some padding to put underneath that because it'll dig in and down. So put a little bit of a liner underneath the double-sided Velcro around the wrist. Which you just feed the double-sided Velcro through. Yep. I'll do it close up to the camera, but that will stick to that, which sticks to that. And then makes it a lot more comfortable.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, because there'll be the pull that way, so it won't cut into your skin there. Cool. And then for a radial nerve splint, we obviously want the forefingers and the thumb. So we'll cut a bit more of this stuff. And then, for the purposes of the video, this is the neoprene from Lincron, where you buy it in a large roll, just like comes in this funny shade. But I suppose Lincron probably don't supply to all of Australia, so there is, I think some of the other suppliers do have a similar product.
In bulk.
Yeah, in bulk,
yeah.
What I'm trying to do is create a fan-like shape so that the pull of the extensor tendons is somewhat mimicking what they actually do, and then I'll cut the strip for each finger off of that. You can obviously make this fairly rough because it'll somewhat always come back to the way you put it on. It's not as, doesn't need to be as exact as it looks.
Which is just so much more comfortable and so much more easier than trying to make little slings and...
If we're roughly accurate with the way we make it, we can make it pretty quick, and obviously for not much in terms of dollars. I didn't make that hole big enough. Also cautious that the battery on the video might actually run out.
Well, at least we've got one sling on.
Yeah, we'll get it covered. Two, and all I'm doing is feeding that back on itself and then pulling it through. Do many of these?
Yeah.
I reckon I probably use the idea more often, as in the finger loops for flexion wraps, I had one the other day that came back and he actually had one of those progressive neurological diseases, but he didn't necessarily need all of the fingers to be an extension. He just needed the index finger and the thumb.
Yeah. So
functionally, he didn't find having them all on actually helped him, and just those two, and then it helped him functionally. Didn't so the discomfort of wearing on all fingers wasn't worth his while. But he came back and modified it and just had two fingers. And then trying to show the camera, I'll make another little nick in it. Feed it back through. I'm not being very thorough with my explanation of what I'm doing, but I think with the video that's the idea, is that you can watch and see what we're doing. Now I've got a loop for every finger.
Better to see than have it explained.
And obviously this is a video you can watch again if you want to go back and pause it and have a look at how it was done, which is better than a splint pattern. One for each finger. We pull them back to sit over about P1. Now, I haven't made those strips long enough because they haven't got much pull, so I would now go ahead and cut that further back down through there and make them all a little bit longer, which will make them, as they're thinner, a bit more elastic, and then we can pull Joe into hyperextension and stick it back there. And even though I wasn't overly exact in the way I cut it, we've got a reasonably even pull on each digit. And then we could go ahead and make our thumb.
And you do that separate piece
yeah, depending
usually.
on the problem for the patients, yeah. Often we're looking at, if we've got a low median on a nerve But it depends on what the problem is.
Yes,
In the radial nerve on its own, we might be extension. We might be looking at other problems at the same time where we could get that thumb into opposition if we wanted to pull the sling into a different method. But I generally speaking don't make the thumb on the same piece.
And I can,
Adjust
I was
the pull.
feeling a little bit less pull on my little finger, so you can adjust it, and that sort of
and
feels
even on the same bit you could grab it and pull that
absolutely,
one tighter.
that feels,
And then I could, in theory, do the same with this thumb and get our whatever angle that we wanted. Obviously Joe doesn't have the palsy, but if you make fist and then let go, it'll passively pull you back up.
springing back out,
Cool.
Yeah.
Right, hopefully that's been useful.